you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Good evening, good middle of the day. I don't 6 o'clock. I don't know what to say here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. Pleasure to have you here with me with a rare Saturday midday, afternoon, evening, early dinner time, East Coast, lunchtime, West Coast. I don't know. Happy to have you here with me. We are going to discuss today the New York Jets and their due diligence on Ty Simpson. Very busy week for Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn. We're going to get into that and much, much more. We'll take some of your calls. We'll see where the chat leads us with their comments, super chats, ideas. It's going to be a fun time, as always. But first, take the dial, turn it to max, and enjoy.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Fantastic, as always, with Blitz. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Also, shout out to Jets Worldwide, Snowball and Johnny. I was on there with them last night. If you did not catch it, I thought it was a really good episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. We discussed the positives of every player being rumored to be the pick at 2 and at 16. No negatives, just had to state the positives. So I thought it was a really good concept and idea. And for those of you that watched it, I hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you that haven't watched it yet, go check that out. Also, little Nick Shine programming note. Tonight at 8 p.m., I will be on with Rickie New York on his channel, Rickie NY Live. So go check that out as well. Show some love. And yeah, thank you. Also, we are 8 days away. Easter night, 8 days away, I believe, from our next Winner's Choice raffle. Make sure to get your raffle entries in. $5 super chats, gifted memberships. We'll get you on the wheel. And then you could be like Mark Reese, who chose a Kevin Mawai mini helmet. Oh, let me rephrase that. He told me somebody from the 98 team you pick. And he got a Kevin Mawai. Why? Because in the Hall of Fame. Addison, member for 21 months. Thank you, Addie. Appreciate you, my friend. If you could bring back any Jet from any era, who would it be and why? Love you, my homeboy. Just getting out of work. If I could bring back any Jet. Man, I want to lean quarterback. Let me think about this for a minute. This is going to sound crazy, but in this day and era, with the passing rules, I think Chad Pennington would be absolutely amazing. I think Chad Pennington was before his time. And I think that in this era, with the passing rules the way that they are, and his accuracy and precision, I think that Pennington would be tremendous right now. You have an offensive line in place. He was great with the play action. You're starting to build your offensive weapons up. I think a healthy Chad Pennington. We never got to see Pennington a full career healthy. He got hurt in '04. He got hurt in no, he wasn't hurt in '04. He was hurt in '03. He was hurt again in '05. I think if you give me 2002 Chad Pennington in this day and era, you could look at a really good team. If it's not quarterback, I mean, I've just mentioned Mawai already. You bring Mawai in as a center, your line is complete. You bring back Gastineau, a big physical edge rusher. Revis has to be in the conversation. Klecko can play 3-4, can play inside, outside. Shout out to Kyle Clifton. Uh, Addy says you could do a whole show on this. Honestly, who says I don't do Jets content? Hey man, I appreciate the Addy show. If you're curious of where to find the Addy show, it's on the Legend Bobby Midnight channel. But good question. Thunderlips, I wonder if you saw the video in Discord that I posted in the lobby this afternoon at 1:36. 100% reminds me of your kids. And yes, Jets Worldwide. I mentioned that earlier in the program about how awesome it was last night, and I thought it was a really good discussion. And we gave everyone the positives for each player being rumored to the Jets. Now, one player we didn't discuss is today's topic. It's Ty Simpson. Now, with the New York Jets, a team that needs a quarterback, you have to go. You have to spend as much time with this young man as possible. You have to learn his ins and outs. You have to learn everything about him. If you are considering taking a quarterback, you better be right. And you have to do your due diligence. You have to sit down with him, his family, everybody involved with him, and find out what type of player you are and what type of man you are. Now, we know the negatives. I've listed them time and time again on this show. The negatives are he's older at 23. He's inexperienced with that age. He got worse as the season went on. The positives, he does have some nice throws on film. He does. He does make some good throws. He knows how to layer the ball. He gets it over the frontier and he gets it over the middle, the linebackers or the coverage, and drops it in front of the safety on a few nice throws that are NFL type throws. We know that the history of the NFL, not many quarterbacks have success with this little experience on the college level. Just a fact. It's the way it is. Now, is that worth taking your chips as an organization and pushing them all in? I don't know if that is. I think there's more questions than answers. And I believe Muji and Glenn need to start crossing off some of the questions we have about this team and the direction and getting more answers. Here's another question that pops up. What if Geno Smith plays really well? What if Geno Smith is on pace for 4,000 plus yards, 25 touchdowns, and you're winning some games? Are you going to pull him just to put in Ty Simpson to find out? I don't know. I don't want to overdraft Simpson. And I don't want to have the stigma around him with fans and the media that, well, you use the first round pick on him. You got to let him play. Just mentioned Chad Pennington earlier. Pennington sat almost a year and a half. I'm sorry, 2.5 years, 2000, 2001, and he came in 02 before he got the call. So, no, you don't have to play the guy right away. But here's a little nugget. 2027 quarterback class is full of quarterbacks who would all be ranked higher than Ty Simpson if they were coming out this year. Manning, Moore, Mensa, Mestamaker, Sayin. I think they would all be ranked above Ty Simpson if Ty Simpson was if they were all available with this draft. If they were available, Ty Simpson would be down with the Klubniks and the Nussmeyers and the Becks, and he would be that 3-4, third or fourth round. Excuse me. I think that teams who need a quarterback might reach and overextend to try to get quarterback number 2. I personally can't do it. I can't pull the trigger, not at 16. You want to talk about trading up at the back end of the first round with your third overall pick? Okay. I wouldn't like it because I think you're still passing premium talent that can come in and help us immediately. But I get it. It's a quarterback league. If you think he can be the guy and he's sliding into the mid 20s, I would be okay with the jump up. You want to jump past the Patriots? You want to get up, not that they would take him, but they're not going to trade with you. You want to get to 28 and you want to give up a fourth rounder to jump up as high as you can? Okay. I get that. You still come out of the first 44 with 4 picks, and that's if you don't maneuver from 16, trading back from 44, getting a third rounder somewhere along the line. I just can't fathom the idea of you did all of this to go get Ty Simpson. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't have anything against him. I don't care what school he played for. I've been asked that. Is it just because he went to Alabama? No. I mean, Joe Namath went to Alabama. We love Joe Namath. Some of you are crazy with your takes about Joe Namath and needing to move on in life. I just feel that when you need a quarterback, you have to do everything you can to see if this is the right guy. Because if you're Darren Muji and you're Aaron Glenn and you're putting all of your chips in on Ty Simpson, you better be right. Because we've seen people draft Hackenberg. We've seen people draft Zach Wilson. They're not here anymore. I would rather you see you build up the weapons, see what Geno can do, and go from there. And then wait a year. I have no problem waiting a year. If you go and add Arvell Reese, Kenyon Sadiq, and then let's say Cooper Jr. falls to 33, and you add a receiver and a tight end and you're another defensive player, that could be a really interesting team. And with Geno, who can get the ball out of his hands, if this offensive scheme comes together and Geno can execute it, and say you take an offensive lineman, you get a center somewhere along the way. Where's the problem? If Geno don't work out, okay, we have our offensive line complete. We have 2 tight ends. We have multiple wide receivers. And then we have 3 first rounders next year where if you move on from Stevens, you can go get an elite corner. You don't take Simpson, you can go get your quarterback. And now you have the picks to maneuver to get whatever quarterback you desire. So one of the most important things for the Jets this season is that, say the teams that end up with the top 3 picks next year, none of them need a quarterback. say the Titans, the Saints, you know, uh, somebody else, you know, the Colts. We have their pick. It would be great if the Colts end up with a top 3 pick and ours is like 12. And then Dallas is like 14. Because now you can maneuver. You can do whatever the hell you want. You own the NFL draft with 3 of the top 15 picks. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but that would be tremendous situation to really take this team to the next level. Now, I've stated the negatives. If Ty Simpson hits, let's have that discussion real quick. If Ty Simpson, you take him at 16 or 33, trade up, end of round 1, whatever. If he hits, now you have 3 first-round picks next year, and you don't have to go get the quarterback. And you can do everything in your power to build a better team around him. Am I on that ship? No, I have a lot of questions about Simpson. I don't want him. But I feel that if you want to be positive and you want to have that discussion, that if Simpson were to be drafted and if Simpson were to come in midseason and play well the last 8 to 10 games, now you're looking at a situation where you got 3 ones in 27 and you can just add. You can go get the best offensive lineman, interior, guard, or center. You can go get the top cornerback potentially. You can go get a top wide receiver. You can add to this arsenal. There's a lot that you can do. Thunderlips kicks us off with a $20 super chat. Says, Nick, if you want to, I can save you. I can take you away from here. So lonely inside, so busy out there. And all you wanted was somebody who cares. Love you, bud. Stop giving Kerry her nicknames. Shout out to Kerry for allowing Thunderlips to use his phone. He usually gets in trouble when he does so. But Thunderlips, hide your phone now in case you want to super chat. She doesn't say, what are you doing spending on these idiots? By these idiots, I mean me and Jake. We group us in together. But thank you, Thunderlips. I know you get yelled at a lot, and I appreciate you putting yourself through that hell to support this channel. Also, Kerry, God bless you. Praying for you. Knobcraft says, excuse me, I've been out of the loop. Is Ty Simpson a thing now? Did Woody start listening to Benigno and Hasman again? Well, no. The Jets are doing their due diligence, Knob. And they went down to his pro day. They had dinner with him the night before, I think Thursday night. And they met with him. But when you need a quarterback, you have to go. You have to do everything you can to find out if this is a guy. Because if he starts to slide and he starts to fall, maybe you take him. The lesser the risk, the higher the intrigue is how I would describe Ty Simpson. Pick 33? All right, I'm a little more intrigued. I'm a lot more intrigued than I am at 16. Paul O'Brien checking in says the irony of getting a quarterback with the Colts pick is excellent. It would be tremendous. If you can take Sauce Gardner, who got you no interceptions, and then end up drafting a quarterback who hopefully throws no interceptions, it's perfect. It's beautiful. Clancy said, listen, quarterbacks rise. We know that. Quarterbacks always rise. They get hot. I'm hoping to God somebody takes him before us and we don't even have to have that fear or worry on draft day. Matthias checking in. This could all be a smokescreen, Nick. They are baiting teams to trade up for him. Yeah, you might not even have to trade up. If you don't believe, like there was a tweet that came out today that Deshaun Watson and Shador Sanders are going to have a competition for quarterback. If you don't love that room, as I think Todd Monken, right, is their head coach, you add to it. Do you want to take Simpson at 6? I don't know about that. but you have multiple ones. You can maneuver. You can trade up from 24 to jump the Jets. In an ideal world, somebody takes Ty Simpson between 2 and 15 or 3 and 15. That would be my hope. Paul, I can't answer that question. He's the second quarterback, and sometimes quarterback rise, even if it's unjustified. Mark Sanchez was a top 5 pick. We traded up from 17 to 5 to get him. A lot of people questioned his abilities in college. I don't want to say Simpson is comparable to Sanchez, but I don't know, man. I can't answer that. I can find a positive in anything. I can't find a positive that can sustain and describe Simpson. I don't know. But shout out for all of you being here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Also, Easter night, April 5th, we'll be doing the next Winner's Choice raffle on this channel. Get your raffle entries in, just like Sean did now and Thunderlips has already. Thank you, Sean. Sean says, Ty Simpson, I have no doubt he could one day become a good QB. He definitely has the confidence and the mentality, but he just won't be ready for another 2 or 3 years. And that's the problem. This regime won't have 2 or 3 years. The only way this regime won't have 2 or 3 years is if Geno Smith plays like the Seahawks Geno Smith in the beginning. If he gets to a Pro Bowl level. Now, I know the Pro Bowl doesn't mean jack shit. But if he gets to a level where he's one of the better quarterbacks in the AFC, then he doesn't play. That's it. And then this regime would still be here because you're getting quality quarterback play. And then you could transition like you did from Vinny to Chad. I just don't see it. And if you take Ty, you're going to have fans screaming, we got to see what he is. We got to see what he is. Well, what if the Jets are 6-5 or 5-6? You're going to pull Geno when you're right around 500 to see what Ty Simpson is? What if he's a complete and utter disaster because you're putting him in because he's not ready to play yet? He's not experienced. He should sit for a year or two. But why take him? If you're going to take a quarterback and say we got to sit him for a year or two, why not just wait and take a quarterback who's ready the following year? And Mensa, Moore, Manning would all be guys who people believe can come in and play at a very early point. They'd all have multiple seasons as starters. They'd have more experience than Simpson. It is a big gamble, but drafting a quarterback is always a gamble. Sometimes you end up with Peyton Manning, or you have the second pick and you end up with Ryan Leaf. Sometimes you take Trevor Lawrence, then you have the second pick and end up with Zach Wilson. Sometimes you take Jared Goff, or you end up with Carson Wentz. Matthias says, whether you take a quarterback this season or next, a quarterback you take is going to have to sit behind somebody for a season. If you take Mensa, Moore, Manning the following year, I don't know if they'd have to sit for a full year. Moore was young this year. I would have sat Moore if Moore came out. I would have traded for Geno still and sat Moore if we had, if we took him at number 2, which I believe we would have. But now if he's got another year in college and you expect Oregon to be good, you expect them to make the college playoff again, you expect him to be in big-time games, you don't necessarily have to sit him for a full season. A lot of these teams run NFL-style offenses, and they have quarterbacks who can come in and play right away. Half a season? Okay. No, Geno's playing well. So let's say Geno gets the Jets to 7-10, 8-9. You don't have to go to the rookie right away next year. There's options. But I thank all of you for being here. Like I said earlier, hit the like button if you have not already. Subscribe to this channel. A lot of fun stuff going on as we get closer to the draft. Also, if you are in or near New Jersey, night one of the NFL draft, Thursday, April 23rd, we will be at the Woodbridge Brewing Company in Woodbridge, New Jersey, right next to the train station. You walk down the stairs and you're there. We'll have a good crowd. I will link up with Gator now that he's back from his daughter's graduation, and we will get that flyer out. Also, I will create a website or something where people can register and RSVP, so we know how many people are coming and the type of space that we're going to need. But hopefully, you can make it. We got the big fella coming. We got Jay Graves. We got Weed the People. We got Clancy. We got Peter Pins. We got a lot of people who I tailgate with and friends from town. Some you know, some you don't, but it'll be a good time. Any questions? Let me know. Happy to answer. We will have some raffles that night. So we might do something like a $10. We'll get you in all the raffle entries. We are also going to be having Predict the Pick. Predict the Jets pick. It'll be a 50-50 style where you pay to enter, and then the winner wins. And if it goes to a tie, we'll spin the wheel, baby, like we always do. And that will be available to people who aren't in attendance either. So more on that to come. The week after Easter is spring break at school, so I have no overtime that week. I'm looking forward to getting out of work on time at 5 o'clock for 5 straight days. So all of my work that needs to be done on pre-draft parties and plans will be done that week. Eli said, Pete Carroll said, Eli said that Pete Carroll said Mark Sanchez should have gone back to college when he got drafted. He started 16 games, according to Google. Yeah, Sanchez, he was the hot name. He was quarterback too, I believe, and he flew up the charts that year. Michael Palermo, I can't do Ty. Grab a project day 3, get best available. I agree with this, Michael, 100%. Get the best available players, make your roster better so that the 2027 rookie can come in and succeed. That's the best thing to do for the quarterback. We are a place that has failed many quarterbacks because we brought them in to a roster that wasn't ready to win, that wasn't capable of winning. M123 says 7-10 is so depressing. It depends how it depends how the 10 play out. If you lose those 10 games by a total of 60 points, that's not bad. If you lose those 10 games by a total of 160 points, now it's bad. It's the eye test, right? If you're competitive and you're not completely outmatched and you're in the games with 5 minutes left and some of the games don't go your way, but you can see the team is improving, I don't think that's depressing because this is a team that needs to progress. This has been a team that loves to depress. We need a team that progresses, not depresses. I love when Nopcraft is in the chat. Panic picking Ty Simpson because an imbecile like Dan Orlovsky is trying to tell people he's good is the most jet shit ever. May as well just let Beningo run the front office. Ugh. It'd be funny though, looking at all the kid-sized desks and chairs that he would need. He's a tiny man. Yeah, Salah gave us hope till December. We were 7-10. Jay Quest, I disagree here. It's not depressing. If you're 7-10 without the future QB and then you add him, now you have a roster that was a quarterback away from winning because you won some games without that long-term quarterback. I get what you're saying, but I choose to look at it differently. If you go get the quarterback that can win you 3 or 4 more games, now you're a 10 and 11 win team. Now you're in the playoffs. That would be a 6 or 7, 8 wins with Geno. And then you add the quarterback. Jay Quest with a follow-up. We thought that in 2023. We did. And I think that we realized that our team wasn't as close to winning as we thought. The offensive line wasn't complete. The defense was undersized. We had issues stopping the run. You want to check all those boxes off so history doesn't repeat itself with the Jets. Boomtown says, Nick, I'm willing to bet you said the same exact thing a year ago. How many games last year would you say you were happy or accepted the way they lost? 1. The Steelers lost in the first game. Happy or accepted the way that they lost? I mean, the Steelers game was the best version of the Jets that we saw the entire year. If we got that team week after week, they would have been a playoff team. They would have beat Miami. They would have beat Denver. They would have won a bunch of games. If that was the team that showed up every week, if that was the Justin Fields, even with all the issues that we had on this roster, Quinn and Sauce would still be here. If you're 4-3 at the trade deadline, or if you're 5-3, 4-4, and Justin Fields is playing like he did in that Pittsburgh game, you're not trading Sauce and Quinnen on the trade deadline. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise that you got the value that you did for Quinnen and Sauce. And maybe for Jets fans, the patience will finally pay off. And then we go from no playoffs to playoffs every year. One could only hope. Folks, hit the like button if you're here. Subscribe to this channel if you don't. Almost 30% of our viewers are not subscribers. So I'm talking to you right now, non-subscriber. Subscribe to the channel, be a part of the Nick Shine Show, and all of the fun that happens here. M123 says, we are conditioned to stink. 7-10 is 11th losing season. It's better and maybe good progress, but 9-8 is a good season. Yeah, 9-8 would be a good season. 7-10 would be good progress. There's a difference. 7-10 wouldn't be a good season. It would be progress. And then the 7 and the 10, the eye test is what's most important, not just the record. Can you stop the run? Are you getting turnovers? Can you sack the quarterback? Are you a quarterback away? Is Geno not doing the 4,000-yard seasons? Is his high turnover rate back? It's how the 7-10 happen. Daniel Meehan, our resident Miami Dolphin fan, says, I've been telling you Jets fans for months you're drafting Simpson. Those 3 number ones will be in the middle of round 1. 27 QB class won't be as great as the pundits say it will be. Daniel, why you got to be so negative, bro? We accept you here in our Jet community with open arms, and you got to say words that hurt. Boomtown says, trying to illustrate that it depends on how they lose really is a misnomer. If we lose, we lose. There really isn't much context to add at the end of the year. I disagree, Boom. It's the eye test. If you're losing the way you lost with Brady Cook, then everyone's getting fired. It doesn't matter who the fucking quarterback is at that point. You're going to have to take someone if it's that bad. But if your point differential gap closes greatly and you're in these games late and you get a bad tipped pass that gets returned and you lose late in a game against Buffalo, or you have a kick that hits the upright and has a chance to win the game and you lose by 2 against New England, and you're competing with teams that were in the playoffs last year, but it's just not over the hump yet, there's your misnomer. Like, it's the eye test that matters most. For a team that needs to improve, I think we can look at several things and say, there's improvement here, there's improvement here, there's improvement here. Just keep improving. And then you can be in the playoff discussion in year 3 of the regime. But if your point differential is minus 200 again, or however many it ended up being, I forget with how awful it was. It's probably worse than that. Yeah, everyone's gone. You got to close the gap and be competitive week in and week out. Sure, there's going to be a game where they lay an egg. The most important thing is you make some teams lay some eggs, and you just don't be the only one laying them. An equal opportunity egg layer. That's what we need to be. Can't wait to see how that gets worded later on. Folks, we're at 33 likes right now. We got over 40 of you in here watching. Hit the like button. We'll share the call-in link. I got some time to hang out. Again, I will be on with Rickie, New York at 8 p.m. this evening. But I got out of work early. There's only one soccer game today. Hit that like button. Call in. Let's see what you got to say. Yeah, Eli, this is so stupid. The game is in Australia on the Thursday night. So the game being in Australia, I think it's Sydney or Melbourne, I forget which one, is going to take place there at 10:25 in the morning. How much of a smack in the face is that to your fans in Australia who want to come to the game? You're basically saying to them, we don't give a shit about you. We're just using you as a facade. We're going to inconvenience the hell out of you because our real money is in America, and we're going to go and work on their timeline. I don't get why anybody would be excited about this game in Australia. Granted, if you're going to the game and you're an NFL fan, I'm sure our buddy Craig will make his way over or try to. It'll be fun to have an NFL game in your country, but 10:25 in the morning because it has to align with the 8:25 at night here in America? That's stupid. I would not get a passport. I would come down with COVID-21 or whatever the hell number will be on come September. I'm good. I'd pull a hammy in August to make sure I don't have to make this stupid trip. Not a fan of it. Yes, it's cool to get money elsewhere in the world with your business. Increasing your revenue is always fantastic. But fans in this country who pay a majority of the salaries with their dedication to this league get fucked. And their team's home opener is a 20-hour flight away. Suck a dick with that, NFL. Forgive me. 6:30 in the afternoon. That's late show talk. I'm sorry. Peter Castro, the super chat says, Nick, we need Ty, period. I disagree, Peter. We need a quarterback. But I just don't want to take any quarterback. And I have a lot of questions about Ty's abilities, his experience, his regression this season. There's more questions than there are answers with Ty Simpson. And to take the second quarterback just because he's the second quarterback, Will Levis was the second quarterback taken. Zach Wilson was the second quarterback taken. Ryan Leaf was the second quarterback taken. Not every year is good quarterback class. I don't want to take a guy just to take a guy and then take us out of the best quarterback class that people are saying in a very long time next year. If he's there late 20s and you want to jump up from 33, I can buy into that. But at 2-16, I need immediate impact players. I appreciate the super chat, Mr. Castro, and you watching the program. First caller today, we got Rich Rise. What's up, man? How you been?
What's up, Nick? I've been good. How have you been?
I'm all right, man. Living the dream, my friend.
Me too. That's good to hear. I'm just chilling right now, gonna get some work done, and saw that you had a live show, and I thought, what better thing to do than to talk about football rather than do actual work? So I thought I'd call in. My uncle is a diehard Jets fan, and he is really on the Ty Simpson train. I don't know. I'm pretty wary of him. I think honestly, I think with the line that we have, and if we can get a good receiver across from Garrett Wilson with Adonai Mitchell already present, maybe he could be good. But I feel like we're more reaching, which I think the point you're getting at. I don't think that. I mean, he doesn't have enough experience. He regressed significantly. The injuries, though, if you're injured and you have fractured ribs and shit like that, it's going to fuck with your game a lot. If you have receivers that can't catch the ball, it's going to screw with your game a lot. So I think if they drafted him and sat him for a year, he could be really good. I would consider drafting him potentially in the second round, even if they trade up a little bit into the end of the first. I wouldn't be so super against that. But if we're going to take ourselves out of drafting a quarterback in next year's class, and we're not that, I think that's a mistake. And then the other thing is some smart Jets fans think you got to keep taking shots at quarterbacks until you get a guy. 100% that's true. But at 16, you can get a real difference maker that's going to help that quarterback succeed. And if you draft a quarterback and then you draft another quarterback next year, that player could have made a huge difference. Imagine if we didn't get Garrett Wilson, like we'd be hopeless for our next quarterback. So
my worst case scenario with everything that you said, you made a lot of good points. At 16, it's Sadiq is there, Lemon's there, Vega's there.
Yeah, I wouldn't pass on.
And you take Ty. Like, that's going to aggravate the hell out of me if
Me
you're
too.
passing on elite talent for a guy who might not play. And if you want to take him and
positions of
sit him
need
for a
too
year,
for the quarterback,
I'd rather you just take the quarterback next year.
Me
If
too.
your plan is to sit him, then he's not getting more game experience, which is one of the biggest problems that people have with him. Why do it?
I think there's a good argument to do it because this class was supposed to be a good quarterback class, and we have the second pick and we have no good clear options. So honestly, there is a lot of risk in waiting, but I just don't think you reach an overdraft. And I think 16, you should be able to get a difference maker at a position that's going to help the next quarterback, and then take a shot on a guy. If you're not going to start him this year, take a shot on a guy later on. And another thing, if Ty Simpson's available at 16, I would much rather trade the pick, let someone else take him. Yeah, but again, quarterback's such a crapshoot. He could be really good, and if he is, then I'm wrong. But I still just wouldn't overdraft. So yeah, that's where I stand. It'll be exciting to see what happens. But I hope they don't miss on taking a starting wide receiver that can be a legit number 2 to Garrett Wilson to take.
Or
Ty,
you take
'cause
Sadiq,
that'll
like,
be a mistake.
mismatch. You could have Sadiq, you could have Lemon, you could possibly have Vega. I don't think Vega gets out of the top 12, but when you look at Geno the last couple years, completion percentage 69.8, 64.7, 70.4, 67.4, 4,200 yards, 3,600 yards, 4,300 yards, 3,000 yards, 30, 20, 21, and 19 with touchdowns. We would love to have a 4,300-yard season with 21 touchdowns from a quarterback. We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves if we got that at 70% completion rate like he did in 24, and then the Seahawks moved on from him. We would kill for a season with 4,300 yards and 21 touchdowns from a Jet quarterback.
Yeah, I'd love it.
With an improved
We're
defense,
such
with an elite special teams, you could be around 500 with that type of play.
Totally.
Yeah.
We need
Rich,
we
I appreciate
we
the
need
call, man.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
Be good.
Go Jets.
Go Jets, baby. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got Kyle Clifton. What's up, sir?
How you doing, Nick?
I'm all right, man.
So instead of like dropping back and maybe taking Simpson from 16 and picking up extra assets, I would almost rather go up and get another player that is going to help us now.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's a
100%.
receiver. I don't know if that's a receiver or the dream scenario like recent styles like like I don't know what that would take. And I don't want to dip into the first rounders in 2027, but like first rounder in 2028 to go up from 16 to 4, to get in front of the Giants. And, it's going to take more than that, but we could piece something together. Like if you could get those guys together, that defense could help make us competitive.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I saw Clancy give Aaron Rodgers stats, but that's not the same thing. It's not all things being equal. This is the special teams being elite. This is the defense being much improved, being able to stop the run. This is getting those numbers with a better all-around team. And having Gino who just doesn't completely eliminate the running game. We live on the running game, but we still get those numbers.
But I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Is that the whole team gets better and we get those numbers. It's not just those numbers.
yeah, I get the fact that, Ty and Rogers are not dissimilar size wise, but that's kind of where the comparison ends, right? Like everyone kind of knew coming out that Rogers was very talented, like, and that he would be a decent pro. But he fell anyway, probably because people talked to him and he was probably off putting.
He has that effect. I could see that.
Yeah, like there's any number of reasons why guys might have fell. But like, and I don't think that Ty Simpson's not going to have a career in the league, right? I feel like he's at least going to be a long-term backup, right?
Yeah.
But whether he is going to be someone who can be a top half of the league starter is very much in doubt. And like that's what we're hunting for in this rebuild. And I feel like we can definitely get that next year. So why don't we just make this thing turnkey for the guy who's coming in next year?
I have no issue adding elite talent that can get out there from day one and make us a better football team.
Yeah,
I don't. I mean, I want the best possible team, and I understand that you can win a championship with defense and a retread quarterback with the right system and the right pieces around them. We just saw it this year. Patrick Mahomes won the last couple Super Bowls without an elite offense with a great defense. It's there. It can happen still.
So the problem if you come up from 16 to 4 is that you're pretty much telegraphing that you're going to be taking a wide receiver in the second round because you got to figure that one of the second rounders is going to go in that pick in that trade as well, right? So it's going to be a second rounder. It's going to be a future first, hopefully not 27, although teams would probably be a sticking point. This is all,
And
to
how do
Jets
you
talk.
structure it, right? What team
Right.
would take the deal if you say you get the worst of the 3 ones? Who's going to take that? What if the Packers and the Cowboys are in the NFC Championship and it's 29 and 31? You know what I mean?
Right.
They're going to want the best of the 3 picks to make that jump.
Right. I don't think there's a danger of that. I think the Cowboys back on their way back down. But
If you said 16, 44, and next year's 2, and maybe you try to go up to like Cleveland at 6, but I think Cleveland would want 33. That would give them 16, 24, 33, and then another pick in round 2, their
that's what I'm
pick in
saying.
round 2, and then next year's 2 from us. I'm okay. If we could get out of this with Reese and Downs, Reese and Styles, and then still have the 3 ones next year, I'm happy camper. But I want elite talent all over this roster. I just don't want it sprinkled around. I want
Yeah,
elite talent everywhere.
that's the dirty secret if you're going to go up far is that 33 is going to be in the deal, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and you might have to. But if you're doing it to get Downs or Styles to pair with Reese, I'm fine with it.
yeah,
I'm fine with it because I'll value that player more than I'll value 33 and a third rounder if you move back from it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I'll give me the elite talent in the top 5. Okay, whatever it takes at that point. I don't care.
The problem with Styles is you got to get in front of the Giants. So and you got to hope
And I
that the
don't know if the
Titans.
Titans would trade out because I think the Titans will be sitting there for Bailey or Love.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, they've got a lot of work to do too, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for them, if we would structure it something like 16, 33, 2028 first rounder, and maybe a third rounder next year, does that get it done to go up from 16 to 4?
I don't know, man. I think with Dable and Salah, if they can get Love without moving out, I think they're going to want to do it. But if they want to go and add Bailey with Johnson or even Bain with Johnson and just have Simmons, Johnson, Bain up front and be able to dominate the front line, I don't know if you can do that at 16. I don't know if Mesidor at 16 makes you trade out.
The only thing
far fall, man, from 4 to 16.
right, but the only thing I'd say about that is when you have 33, that gives you the ability to parlay that into even more picks, or you could just stick and take someone like Jadarian Price there, right? And that might make sense for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. How was your Saturday?
All right. I had to work a soccer game. I started at 3:00. Very relaxing day. Ran some errands and just chilling. Was
Yeah,
gonna go see the kids, but Nick's heading out with his girlfriend. Sophia's with her friend. I'm like, all right, I could do a show then before I go on with Rickie later.
we had volleyball at 10 o'clock in Brooklyn, so I had to get up early. But other than that, we were good, nice, relaxing day. I appreciate your time, Nick.
I appreciate you calling in, man. We'll
I'll
talk soon.
talk to you. Bye.
Be good, buddy. Yeah, the win today on the soccer field was not fun. I had the hoodie on, I had the Jet winter hat, and I had the Jet the inside outside, the reversible jacket. Next up, we got Rickie. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. I'm good. A little pregame before your game.
Right on, right on. Yeah, I just popped in to say hello real quick and wish you a good show for sure. And dude, you are not kidding. I'm glad to hear that we're not the only one that's got the wind. Like walking outside today, the wind was nuts.
Yeah, but 44 and windy makes it feel like it's freezing.
Oh,
give me
God,
1
yeah,
second. I missed the super chat earlier from Six Rings. It says, Ty is good. My concern is how fans react if he's bad. My concern is how they're going to react no matter what, because Jets fans, there's always a portion of this fan base that reacts in a ridiculous manner. Whether it's he has to play from day one, Gino throws one incomplete on third down, and there's going to be boos, and we want Ty chants going on in September. So it's a very impatient fan base, and they don't have the patience to be patient because that's what it will take with a player like Ty Simpson. He's not a plug-and-play guy, and they'll say, well, why did you play him? He wasn't ready to play.
Hey, listen. Last year we got to the point where people were saying, let Brady cook. So I completely agree with what you're saying. I don't think it could possibly look as bad as that did. But yeah, in a perfect world, I would just rather not go down that path altogether. Hopefully they don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll settle for a day 3 guy this year to settle in and be our backup. And somebody in the chat a minute ago said, "What makes us think that we can get a quarterback next year?" Well, dude, the sheer number of quarterbacks is one good indicator. I mean, Arch, Carr, Moore, Mensa, Maava, Sellers. I mean, there may actually be more quarterbacks next year than there are quarterback needy teams. So
yeah,
that's why I'm not
You're
really
going to see teams taking quarterbacks next year that you didn't even have taking a quarterback.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Planning for the future. But dude, yeah, I mean, I totally think that, we could be a 7 or 8 win team. We could be picking, 9 through 12 somewhere, and we're still going to get a quarterback. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. You got Julian Sayin, Dante Moore, Arch Manning, CJ
Oh,
Carr.
I forgot Sayin.
You got Jordan Maava from USC. His name. I'm back.
Yep, you're back now.
All right. I don't know what happened. Thank you. Yeah, there's so many quarterbacks next year. Not all of them are going to fall off the face of the earth. And there might be some that jump up and surprise. Nobody had Mendoza as the number 1 pick last year. Guys will elevate themselves by playing.
Yeah, absolutely. For all we know, that coach at Indiana is going to take the Utah quarterback that they just got and turn him into the next Mendoza, and we'll all be talking about him next year. Who knows? Me personally, it's okay for you to get behind this now because he is no longer at Duke. He's now in Miami. Is Darian Mensa. I'm a big Darian Mensa guy. I know Dom C was also.
Yeah. Dom said if he declared it was his number 1 quarterback.
Yeah, man. He was real close to that with me too. I'm a big fan of his. I think that he'll take another step this year in Miami, and yeah, that would be my guy. Dude, I'll tell you what. Looking at that's looking way ahead. We've got to look at what's right in front of us. But dude, looking at that next year's draft, and looking at the names, other skill positions, not just quarterback. There's going to be a lot of good players. Dude, I started looking at Dylan Stewart, the pass rusher from South Carolina. Holy shit. I started thinking to myself, you know what? What if we could pair up Arvell Reese and Dylan Stewart on the outside a year from now? Oh my goodness. That would be the most
Jeremiah Smith, you got Stewart.
You got Leonard Moore, the corner from Notre Dame. Dude, there's some studs that are coming out next year.
Yeah. Quincy Rhodes is another one. He's a monster. I love him. I know he's probably a better 4-3 end, but he was a guy that I liked in this year's draft. You got a lot of defensive ends and pass rushers in next year's draft too. If you decide to move on from Will McDonald, you got guys you can go after. You got Cam Coleman, who's now at Texas. You got the quarterbacks. You got there's a ton of talent next year, man. I would take guys from next year's class over some guys from this year's class now. That's how much I love next year's class
yeah.
All around.
Yeah, I absolutely would too. Like if Leonard Moore was in this draft, he'd be like the unquestioned number 1 corner, period. Same thing with Jeremiah Smith. Like he'd be hands down the number 1 receiver in this draft. And there's also, another guy that I like outside of the first round, possibly next year, that, dude, faster than Tyreek Hill. If Aaron Glenn really covets speed, this kid, the second he steps on the field, he'll be the fastest guy in the NFL. This will be his first full year at receiver, so I'm going to wait and see with that one. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm keeping my eye on. But I'm looking forward to this draft. And me personally, I wouldn't want to trade. Dude, I don't think we can trade up and get like both recent styles. I just don't think that's realistic. And me, honestly, I would probably stick and pick at 16. If I was going to trade back at all, I would probably trade back with 33. But at 16, dude, either Thieneman or Lemon or Ione or one of those guys is going to be there. And I would like to cash in on one of those guys because, like
That's
you,
fair.
I want to put really good talent on this team. Dude, my dream is Thieneman and Reese in the first round, and I'm fucking good.
Yeah.
We'll still need a wide receiver, but honestly, if we're not going to get one of those top 2 guys, 3 guys, then I'm okay with a Casey Concepcion or a Chris Brazel or somebody like that later. So, and I really don't think that, if we don't get one, say at 16, like if we don't get one of those top 3, I don't think the options are going to be that much worse at 33 than 16, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So
real quick, for those of you in the chat who have not subscribed yet to Rickie Show, I just dropped the link. You can subscribe. Do it now. And then you can see us again, 8 o'clock on his channel. And we will have much more for you then. Rickie, I appreciate your call, my friend. And we will talk more in a little bit.
All right.
Did you send me the link yet or no?
No, I'll send it on Discord right now.
Okay. All right. I want to make sure I didn't miss it.
See you at 8 o'clock. And everybody have a great night.
Yes, sir. Later, pal. All right. Call lines are open. I got a few more minutes. I got a couple things I got to do before Rickie's show. So feel free to call in. We will keep this going. If you guys have questions in the chat. I wonder what draft has most starting franchise QBs. Didn't that 83 draft have Ken O'Brien, Jim Kelly, John Elway, Dan Marino? Wasn't the 83 draft? I'm looking at it, pulling it up right now. Yeah, John Elway went 1. Todd Blackridge. Jim Kelly went 14. He's in the Hall of Fame. Tony Easton went to New England. He did take them to a Super Bowl in 85. Ken O'Brien. Dan Marino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 Hall of Famers in the first round. 25% of the first round in 1983 ended up in the Hall of Fame. John Elway, Eric Dickerson, Jimbo Covert, Bruce Matthews, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, and Darryl Green. What a draft class. Second round, Roger Craig got into the Hall of Fame. That's a good draft class. Oh, this is back when the draft was 12 rounds. Can you imagine doing mock drafts with 12 rounds? It's crazy. But yeah, I still think the 83 quarterback class, 1, 2, 3, is the best one ever. But folks, thank you for being here. Like I said earlier, and we'll do so again. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Winner's Choice Raffle, Easter night, 8 days from tonight. You pick the player, you pick the item. Mini helmet, autograph jersey, autograph photo. Your choice. You win, you choose. The only player not eligible is Joe Namath. Also, tomorrow night we will be on at 8 p.m. We will be doing probably a mock at some point on Sunday night. You got to get in it to win it, Carly. I can make that happen for you. If you win the raffle, we'll make that happen for you. We'll go down the Jersey Shore and we'll get Joe Flacco to sign it in person. I believe his family is down. Where is he? Hello, sexy. Ortley Beach. I think they're there. He said it somewhere when he was talking to Sean Payton that he went down. He was shopping for a mattress down at his Jersey Shore house, and Sean Payton's brother runs the business. Stone Harbor. There we go. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yes, Jets Worldwide. Thank you. Real quick, we have a caller. You may have saw me get a little excited about that, ladies and gentlemen. We got Knob.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Oh, hi.
I fucking hate Jets fans, man. Just the fact that we can sit here and rationalize why we'd even look at a fucking piece of shit like Ty Simpson when Alabama has done nothing but put garbage fucking system quarterbacks in place for the last 2 decades that have won off the backs of like Derrick Henry and Julio Jones and haven't put shit. Tua? Is Tua worth drafting? Hurts is probably the most successful one, and he sucks. But we're going to go and talk about how we need Ty Simpson to win now. We're not even a win now team.
You're making
it's
valid
infuriating.
Points.
It's infuriating. Like we have all of the things in place to actually start putting a team together, and now we have to listen to people talk about how we need to win now when we're not built to win now. Because we need to have a quarterback when we could just very well get one next year. Next year, there's more quarterbacks available than Alabama has shit out in the last 20 years that are worth anything. It's just frustrating, dude. And it's going to get talked about, and then they're going to bite on some bullshit, and we're going to be sitting here for another 5 years talking about the garbage.
I love it because it got you to call in.
I love you, dude. It's just...
I love you too, buddy.
I'm just going to go crawl back under my fucking rock now and hope that the Ty Simpson era ends. Hopefully before it starts.
I put in the request for the return, and I ordered another one for you. But I was in such a rush to do it. It's shipping to my house and not to yours, so then I'll have to send it to you.
Okay.
You're going to love it. When you get your gift, you're going to absolutely love it. It'll be exactly what you need.
I appreciate that. Love you, man.
Jake Quest says Knob is sexy as fuck.
Thank you, Quest. I needed that. All right, I'm out. I just wanted to fucking vent.
I'm glad you vented. You're a nice guy.
Bye, buddy. Some would disagree.
Oh, fuck them. Their opinions don't matter. It's the Nick Shine Show. My opinion matters. You're awesome. Yes. Thank you, Snowball, who purchased last night. For those of you in the chat right now, this is the link for my daughter's softball pop-up store. She is currently in second place. One of her teammates had a ridiculous amount of contributions. If you are interested in helping support her, then that right there would be what you click on. It's the popcorn that people go crazy over. And thank you to all of the shiners who have contributed and helped her out. She's very thankful. And you guys are the best. And maybe some of you want to join the best. That would be a great way to do it right there. But thank you again. She's in second place. And I think that it ends tomorrow night. So maybe we can get her within striking range, and Daddy will have to make a heroic purchase to make her the winner. I asked her, what does she get if she's first? And she's like, a gift card. And I'm like, all right, find out how much. Because maybe I'll just give her the gift card anyway. Daddy's got to do what daddy's got to do to make baby girls happy. That's the way of the world, folks. If you have a daughter, you understand. If you are a daughter, you understand. But I appreciate all of you guys. Call lines are open. I got maybe 5 or 10 minutes left in the show. If you have questions in the chat, fire away. Knob wants a Ty Simpson jersey. I will tell you guys this. I got Knob a gift. I ordered it March 11th. I got it off eBay. Got a tracking number, but the son of a bitch that I bought it from never sent it. So when I got home today from soccer, I canceled it and reordered it. But in my rush to reorder, I sent it to my house and I didn't put Knob's address in. I'm a goofball at times. You guys know that, though. You follow the show. You understand who I be. All right, let's see here. Oh, thank you, Carly. And for all of you, well, Carly, look at this. Because here's the beauty of this. Everyone who helps support my daughter also gets raffle entries for Easter night. So maybe your Joe Flacco helmet just got a chance, Carly. Or Tim Boyle. The choice is yours. But you will be on the wheel. Everyone who supports my daughter and in her efforts will be on the wheel. So thank you, young lady. I appreciate you. Yeah, Sophia, she loves it. She's a freshman. She's at Olbridge. She sent me a video the other day, and I can't get audio to play on the video, and I have no idea why. I tried to upload it to StreamYard. It's the wrong format. And then Gator was away. So, I don't know. I'm very upset by this. But for those of you who are in Discord, I did post her video. Do I think I could get a date with Tim Boyle? I mean, you might have a lot of people pretending to be Tim Boyle, but as long as we can record it for content purposes, we'll try. But thank you again, Carly. You're the sweetest. M123 says, Nick, you probably said, but curious what your perfect but realistic top 4 picks would be. Well, my perfect pick, number 2, would be the Raiders pass on Mendoza, and we get Mendoza at 2. But Reese at 2. I think I talked myself into Kenyon Sadiq. Jets talk. Kenyon Sadiq at 16, I think, would be a great weapon. And him and Taylor together in 12 personnel would be amazing. I think that would be a lot of fun. But if it's at 16, my choices, I mean, I don't think Vega makes 16, but I really, really love Vega. And I don't think he shouldn't get out of the top 10. Like I think he's good enough that the Browns should take him at 6 and build a tremendous offensive line. That's how good I think this kid is. If not, you got the Saints. You got the Bengals, who could use all the help in the world keeping Joe Burrow upright and injury-free. But at 16, I'll throw a couple names in there. It's Sadiq, it's Lemon, or it's trading up for like Downs or Styles if they start to slide a little bit. That would be the perfect scenario at 16. At 33, get me an impact player, whether it's a middle linebacker, if CJ Allen for some reason slides out of round 1, McNeil Warren at safety. I don't care if we have Belton and Cisco. That's not stopping me from taking a player of that quality. And at 44, is tough because you don't know what happened with the first 3 yet. I did want a guard like Basantis from A&M. I don't know, maybe one of the middle linebackers if you miss out on Allen and Styles, Hill Jr., Rodriguez, maybe you bring one of them in. Oh, Bill, I don't think the enemy gets to 16. I don't think the enemy even gets to us at 16, to be completely honest with you. I think the Bengals or the Cowboys could take him, or even the Dolphins to add a player on their back end. We'll see. I don't think that I will say this. I've been saying this for a while. I don't think the Jets make all 4 picks where their picks are currently slotted. I don't think we end up 2, 16, 33, 44. I think Muji will maneuver and try to capitalize on this draft capital to get their players. The Jets don't have to hear the word no. They can go trade to get a player. If they value that player enough, they could do it. We've already had several of the homeboys call in. Here's another. What up, Addy?
What's cracking, Nick Shine? How you doing?
How are you, my friend?
Good. Just got home from work. I saw Knob called in, so I wanted to be the third sexiest face on the screen tonight. Sorry, Kyle. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Where am I?
You're the second one, duh. Come on now.
Thanks, Addy.
Knob's the first. Come on, no questions asked. Knob's the first.
Sweet. Thank you.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I wanted to expand on the question I asked at the beginning of the stream.
Yes. Hold on, I got it right here. Addison asked in the beginning of the show, if you could bring back any Jet from any era, who would it be and why? Love you, homeboy. Just getting out of work.
And now I'm home. Hell yeah. Brett Favre. I'm picking Brett fucking Favre. I think Frank Reich will like him. He can.
I don't know, man. Sending a dick pic to a girl in this day and era, unsolicited.
Well,
it's not 2008 anymore.
Pre-dick pic era. Listen, drop anyone in their prime onto this team. I think.
Oh,
obviously a lot of us will go quarterback.
All right, in their prime.
Yeah. Hell yeah. In their prime, drop them on this team. Any position, any era, black and white.
Oh, Rodgers. Rodgers in his prime is, I think, better than Favre in his prime. You get 45 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, and
yeah, not a bad choice.
If it's any player who played for the Jets in their prime, I would take Rodgers with all those MVPs, and then
hell yeah,
not the Rodgers that we got.
No, hope not.
Hell no. Of games.
Fuck that guy. But yeah, in this prime, hell yeah, that'd be great. I think a lot of us would go quarterback. It'd be a surprising. Well, Knob said Curtis Martin, another solid choice, but definitely a majority of people would pick quarterback for sure.
Ted with a great comment. Favre was ahead of his time with social media.
Hell yeah, damn right he was. He's an innovator.
Tom A says the dick pic was sent on a Razor phone. That doesn't count. Too pixelated.
Hell yeah, that's the Jurassic times of dick pics.
So, all right, if it's any, Ronnie Lott comes to mind, but Ronnie Lott would be suspended and ejected from every game. Brandon Marshall in his prime would be a tremendous
compliment
to Garrett
Fuck
Wilson.
Yeah. Damn right.
Mark Gastineau in his prime, coming off the edge with 22 and a half sacks or 22 sacks. Klecko in a 3-4 where you could move him around in different spots would be fun. Ed Reed's another one, Knob. Very good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Early on in the Nick Shine show, we did a draft where you could take any player who's played on the Jets. It was me, Adam, Jeremy, Buffalo Jet fan, Dom, and we did a draft of taking the player in their prime, but he had to play for the Jets. And like the first round was Favre, Rodgers, Revis, Curtis Martin. I ended up with like Art Monk, who like played like a second, but was like a Hall of Fame wide receiver. It was a lot of fun. It was different because you had to think of all the players that we got past their prime.
Yeah, a lot of them. Shit, too many. Mike Vick's another one.
You had Ty Law. You had a lot of players, LaDainian Tomlinson. You had a lot of guys who were past their prime. Alan Faneca was a Hall of Famer.
Mike Vick, Blue Jay Pete. Shout out Blue Jay Pete, Mike Vick. That would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's an interesting. Yeah, Chris Jenkins and Sean Ellis. Yeah. Well, you know what, Tom? Joe Namath now could get the knee fixed and not miss.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Technology with surgery is different. Not only is the NFL game different, but surgeries are different.
Oh yeah.
I remember in high school in the 90s, a friend of mine had surgery on his knee, had his ACL done. He tore it in soccer. Was in a brace straight for like 4 months. I was walking and bending within 2 weeks with the brace on, but still. They had me putting weight on it that day at the hospital.
Fuck that. Fucking Elton John got his knee replaced, and he got his kneecap turned into a fucking chain, and he wears it.
Elton John?
Elton John got his knee replaced, and he has his fucking kneecap as a necklace. It's fucking wild.
The jokes that I have. Oh, man. All right. Fuck it.
Oh, the knee replacements thing? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Spend too much time on your knees. You got to get them replaced. Sing us a song, the knee bending man.
He's not standing anymore. No, no, no.
Oh, man. Imagine if he gets his colon blown out. What he's going to do with that? Is it going to be a fucking earring?
Turn into a scarf.
In his ear? What do you think about that? I heard the music. I had a bell.
Oh, man. You could probably have a very long conversation with Beast about Elton John.
Thoughts on Elton John?
He's okay.
Turn the music off.
What?
Sorry to interrupt you as you're laying in bed on hold. Like, give me a thumbs up when you don't have any audio playing. He gave me a fucking thumbs up.
It's damn Yankees.
God, okay. Beast. What the fuck? Yeah. He goes like this.
He just heard the thumbs up. Turn off the music, Beast. Turn that shit off. Hell yeah.
Who is this on the bottom? Who's on the bottom here? What we got?
Not me.
Yeah, it's a bunch of kids, and the name is Where are you at? Are you at Thunderlip's house? I see a bunch of kids.
Cameron?
Where you at?
The Raiders are better than Jets. Yeah, the Raiders are better. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, Jets kind of suck. Like, they haven't won a Super Bowl.
Your house party sucks. Go away. I don't know who it is, but I'm not beneath talking shit to kids. The Raiders have the number one pick. How can the Raiders be better?
Kids don't know damn thing. Look away, children. Oh, I'm gonna go over here. Hold on. There's kids watching. I know, right?
I fucking knew it was your house. I knew I saw your fucking.
My son's having a birthday party right now, and I was like, "Go ahead and call in." Raiders suck.
I thought I saw your kids in the background, and that's why I started cursing them out.
So, Jordan's birthday is the same birthday as my dog Marshmallow. So we always get them like McDonald's for their birthday.
Hold on. Hold on. Can you smile for a second? Don't talk, just smile. And I need someone to screenshot that with the word Mike Cunt there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yo, so they were recording my my dog. You know, we sing happy birthday to the dogs like homos. We put a candle in the hamburger. So Marshmallow had a huge, like 7-inch red rocket, and my son's recording it. And I don't know. I think it's funny. Carrie doesn't think it's funny.
No,
Hi,
Was the last time Carrie left?
When is the last time she laughed? She laughed 5 minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Snowball.
she just goes, no, never. It's been 24 years.
The last time she laughed, he got down on one knee. Also, coincidence, he spent so much time on his knees, he has matching chains with Ellen John.
Oh, shit. Yeah. What do you mean it's like the Titanic, Carrie? Oh, it's been 84 years? I don't know. I didn't watch Titanic.
Oh, I thought it was because you went down and never came back up.
Let me get my snorkel. I don't know. Addison, you do look like you would fuck everybody's girlfriend, though. Like your hair, you're beautiful, you're a good-looking dude. But
I would never do that. No.
I know, but you have that look about you. Like if you were my pool boy, I would fire you right away.
No, my pole is staying right here. Don't worry.
I got you, brother. Well, all right. You guys are beautiful, bro. I took some, dude. I have a hot sauce that is like, yes, no. I have a hot sauce that's got over 1 million on the Scoville scale. It's been sitting there for like years. So like my kid used it as a I don't my cousin gave it to me.
Do you like Pain?
It's called Mr. Pain. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's such a great name for it.
So it's called Mr. Pain, and Jordan has his friends over, and we ordered Pizza Hut because they're homos. They don't want to get local pizza.
Yeah.
So they were dipping the pizza in the hot sauce, and 2 of his 4 friends that are over they're just in my front yard just puking. It was actually pretty great. I love it. Hell yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, all right, bro. You guys have a good one because I don't have any jet steak.
Have fun at the party. Also,
neither do I.
If you wanted to have a fun night, you should have put a little bit of the hot sauce on the dog's burger.
Fuck no, bro.
No, you gotta clean that up.
Yeah, my wife would have to clean up the dog shit. I love my dog. I don't want to do that to him. Fuck my kid's friends. So,
yeah. If anyone's anus is gonna get destroyed in that house. Tim.
Chef Kev checking in says Shine yelling at those kids reminds me of training camp. Great show, bro. Thank you, Chef Kev. Hey, listen, I've coached for 30 years. If I can yell at kids, I am never going to pass up on that opportunity.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Look at this. It's Danny Tahio.
Who?
Danny Tahio.
Tahio?
Yeah, that's right. The band. Yeah, that's right. You got his hairstyle.
I'm 4 feet taller than Danny Trejo.
I'm definitely the sexiest man alive. The next Richard Gere and Steven Seagal combined, especially with.
You look like King Kong Bundy if he was like.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I got the sexiest hair. I look like one half of the Eliminators, one half of LOD, one half of the Wrecking Crew, and half of the stars in Japan.
You look like King Kong Bundy and Tatanka had a baby together.
I'm sorry, except I like the talk way, especially when he yelled out.
Beast, what does Mr. Jones put in his burrito?
That sound if your father was Tatanka.
Oh, he's gone. What time is it, everybody? What time is it on the west side? Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
West side, math, 4:20.
Hell yeah. Beast, it's been a while. It's a pleasure to share the screen with Beast again. Thank you for making that a possible thing to occur, Nick Shine. You are my muse. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are we just going to completely go off the rails here?
Hopefully. Let's do it.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely.
Hey guys, I stopped drinking.
Hell yeah, Mikey.
Can you stop your TV audio first? Can you stop your TV audio? Put your TV on mute.
Let me, wait a minute. I shut the TV off.
Hell yeah, Mikey.
Sorry.
His pants are higher than you are.
Okay.
His nipples are holding up his sweats right now.
His pants are a fucking turtleneck, bro. Look guys, hands up.
Hey guys, stop drinking. Stop drinking.
That's good, Mikey.
I was 190. Now I'm 170. I had 20 more pounds.
Mikey, what did your testicles do that you're strangling them right now?
It's testicles. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
How you
But
feeling,
I love
Mike?
you guys. I do.
You sound good.
I quit drinking.
I'm happy to hear that because you went on a fucking bender.
It was my time to start drinking beers.
I agree.
Cause I getting fat. I was getting fat. It's time to do it. I
Hell yeah,
told my
Mikey.
doctor it's time to do it, and I lost 20 pounds already. I was 190, now I'm 170.
There you go, Mikey.
I
Hell
just
yeah.
think that now you're sober and you can see the numbers clear on the scale. So they change.
Yeah. And now
Do it for you, Mikey. Do it for you, man. All right.
I'm trying to get a scale. They wanted me to get a scale, weigh myself every week, so I could do good. I had to get a scale, but they said I could get the scale. I could weigh myself all the time.
Did you get your eyeglasses at the same place as the Dream?
No, I got the eyeglasses through Dr. Orson at the hospital for free. I didn't have to pay for it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Orson's cool.
You know how I knew you stopped drinking already?
What?
I didn't get 7 to 12 calls a day for the last 2 weeks.
I saw it. I love you.
It's okay. I love you too, but I told you can call me whenever you want. But if you're drinking,
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I decided I'm getting skinny now. I look pretty good. The girl said I look pretty good.
all right. So if there's any girls watching right now, Carly, sell yourself, Mikey. Now that you're sober and have a perfectly clean shirt on.
Yeah, I kind of look dirty a little bit. Sorry.
No, that's his favorite band. That's his favorite band right there, Nick.
Yeah. See,
Stained.
I used to be fat. You know, I'm not fat anymore. I used to be like a big pumpkin.
Did you smear butter on your shirt?
But I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it was ketchup and stuff.
Cat drippings? What's cat drippings?
Ketchup.
What are cat drippings, Mikey?
I don't know what that means. Yeah, I love you guys. You good guys are good guys. Yeah.
Mikey, I'm happy to hear that you stopped drinking.
Yeah, I you know what? Every time I start drinking, remember Red Dog? Remember Red Dog?
No, he's not, Carly.
Yes, I remember Red Dog.
And then they went out of business because I stopped drinking that. And now, you know the other one? The Big Daddy? They didn't get it out of business because I didn't drink. 2 beers, I went out of business.
How do you chew
I'm
gum?
not drinking. I drink a lot of water too.
Good.
Oh yeah.
I think I peeing a lot. You know.
How much?
Good. That's good.
A lot. You know, I bought, like the 12 waters you get at the store. The 12 water bottles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
real quick,
that.
can you read this comment? Can you read this comment?
Soda. I bought grape soda, my favorite soda, grape soda.
Can you read this comment?
Let me see. I can't see it right now.
And that's why the glasses were fixed.
Commandment with fantasy. Something like that, right?
What?
Tom Ace.
Yeah, Tom Ace loves me. Yeah, Tom Ace, I love you.
Well done, Mike.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I did it for like 3-4 weeks. Everybody said I lost a lot of weight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty soon those pants will be falling right off of you. Thank God you.
I did almost fall off. I was in ER. It fell off my pants.
Well,
Yeah.
Mickey, please, on behalf of everybody, take care of yourself. All right.
Yeah, I will. I definitely. I told my parents. They were surprised I lost this weight. My parents
Keep
thought
going,
I
Mikey.
couldn't make it, but I did it.
Carly has a message for you. Carly
We
says, "Go
love you,
Jets."
I love you, Carly. You're so
Wait,
pretty.
you can read that comment, but not this comment?
But,
Mikey, this
I
is.
don't know.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear
Can I hear
me?
you? I can hear you, Jake.
Yep. All right, Jake.
Hey.
Mikey,
Yeah.
wave
What's
goodbye to
Jake?
everybody.
Bye. I love you.
Mikey,
And
also wave goodbye to that shirt for the love of humanity.
Yeah, I like my shirt. I like
Yeah,
my
Yeah,
put
take
it
that
in
shirt
the
off and
garbage,
throw it
Mike. Put
away.
it in the garbage.
I can love you.
Bye bye. Shut the music off.
It's already. There's no music on. I'm just watching. I'm watching a Wrestle War 90, and I'm already looking. Hey, I might be looking. Hey, I might not be limp, but I'm sure as a pimp. But I know
You're not
ho.
limp.
You know.
He's not. You're not limp, but you're hard.
Let me just say this for everybody's sake. Smoke weed every day.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, no.
Knob sent this to me. Good stuff. All right, folks. We had an action-packed show here the last 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But it is that time where I have to ask. Oh, go ahead. Since you're here, do it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what did we learn today? Courtesy of the Nick Shine Show.
Solid.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard him. What did we learn today?
I learned Beast is hard as a rock when he watches your show. He's not
I
limp.
learned that if Mikey released an album, it would be #1 in Germany, just like David Hasselhoff. Tremendous. Good stuff. Folks, drop your what did we learns.
Yeah.
And then we will get out of here. And as I said earlier, I will be on with Rickie New York at 8 o'clock. Thank you to Carly, Snowball. Let me see. Let me get all the names here. Kyle Clifton, Charles Gorman, Eli Betts, Leanie, my mom, Uncle Steve, Kelly. Thank you to everybody who contributed from my friends and family to help Sophia and her softball team. She had her first film session today. I was like, "Do you have a game on Saturday?" I'm like, "I don't have work. I can make it." She's like, "No, we got classroom work." I go, "What do you mean you have classroom work?" I go, "Film?" She's like, "I don't know." And she came home and she goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, there you go." So she had her first film session today as a high school athlete. She took her first bus trip the other day.
Oh yeah. Sick.
All right. Knob learned that Beast is chilling in a blanket fort that probably smells like pee. All right. Mike D's nuts. I learned Mikey wears his food. Bill
yeah.
M. I learned bed bugs aren't scared of salt. Knob says, Addie, I'm working on a Super G sequel.
Oh shit.
Tom A says, Babe Watch.
Oh yeah. Mikey running slow motion at you. You know your life's in good hands. Oh yeah.
Will Cedar says, Mikey's a national treasure. Don't ever change. Well, I'm glad he did change.
Damn right. Mikey for life.
Oh, Thunderlip
Hell
sent
yeah.
me videos.
And Bobby. Bobby for life, too. I'm not leaving you out, Bobby. All right? Don't feel left out. Love you, too.
Heck yeah. Carly, I learned that Joe Flacco bought a mattress down the Jersey Shore from as Sean Payton's brother. There's actually a cool clip. If you search Joe Flacco, Sean Payton video, it might come up. They talked pregame. Oh, she added, Zzz, brother. Zzz, brother.
Pastrias.
Scott, I learned Knob sort of dislikes Ty. Ad was third sexy caller. Mikey number one. You know, Scott, words hurt, dude.
Hell yeah. I take the bronze. Let's
But,
go.
ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. If you are a member of the channel, if you are a shiner, go to your emojis right now. Make it rain the Canadian leaf as we kick it up to the one, the only Boomtown.
Hey there, shiners, you made it to the end. It's time to ask the question. Nick Shine would like to know, Canada's taking names. Boomtown always delivers. Let's find out now. What did we learn today?
Whole lot of education on this show today.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Now, the more I think about it, the more it may make sense that Sean Payton funded his brother to have a mattress business because it's a very easy way to launder money from what I've read on the interwebs. Oh, Los Pollos
Yeah.
chicken. Oh, Los Pollos going on there. Payton's
Yeah,
running
dude.
meth up and down the Garden State Parkway.
Never know. Never know. Go read a book.
Boomtown.
Peyton Shitter.
If you would please drop it like it's hot and tell all of us, what did you learn today? I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Make sure you hit the like button. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed yet, what the fuck? Please subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
And in 26 and a half minutes, I will be on Rickie New York Live. Join us over there. You can find Addy right here, right now, but also the Legend Bobby Midnight channel is where he broadcasts his programs. Go support him, show him some love.
I'm excited to boot this one. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, let's see what Boom wrote about. Boomtown learned Thunderlips can and will save Nick if needed. Of course, I fucked up reading my name. We need to make teams lay eggs next year. Knob is thankful Kyle Clifton doesn't have the mental capacity of a paramecium. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Bonus, Knob's attitude towards fellow Jets fans seemed to have changed slightly. A Tim Boyle mini helmet or a date may be on the line next Sunday night. Elton John has an eclectic taste in jewelry. Double bonus. The younger Mike Hunt and his house party sucks. Never trust beats the music is off signal. Mikey's suspenders trend has been replaced with pants hiked to the armpits look.
Oh, they have. Second highest
Mikey,
thing.
I learned that Mikey's too busy to do laundry.
Yeah. Schedule slammed. Man. Mikey. He's the greatest.
Ted learned that a physician's assistant can laugh at kids burning their epiglottitis.
Burning there that. Yes.
God damn, Ted. Epiglottides? Yeah, epiglottides. Epiglottides. Hell yeah, we're going with that. It's epiglottides.
It's in their throat. Oh, okay. The hot sauce. That Mr. Payne. Fuck that.
Ted, I learned that you don't know what program you're watching.
Yes.
I appreciate you for watching, though. So, for anybody who has not yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. Consider joining up, becoming a shiner to have access to all of the great emojis where you could see perhaps Jay Graves as Wiener Lady. You could see Joe Namath with a slick little comb over there. You can pay homage to Nick Mangold. You can see the Tom Ace emoji, which comes up as romance because when I typed Tom Ace in it, it auto-corrected to romance, and I was like, that's perfect. I'm never changing it.
It knows. Yeah.
And
that was not a mistake.
Mike D's nuts. Come on, bro. Like,
oh, man.
Bro. I love you, Mike, but come on. I'm not even going to read it. I'm not even going to read it.
Let's go, Mets. Go. There you go. Mike D's nuts. Shizzy with Every Man's Dream commenting. Who doesn't want that?
I learned nothing as I just got up and turned you on. Oh, you turned. Ooh,
oh
hey,
yeah.
Hey, what's up? Good morning.
Oh yeah. Who does?
Hey, welcome.
Damn
to
right.
the program. Ooh, I'm turned on. I had a tremendous comment last night that through 2 games, the San Francisco Giants have scored on the Yankees as many times as Charles Gorman has scored on a woman. All right, folks.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not. All right, you're right, Mike. You wanted me back there. All right, Mike. I'll allow it. Mike said, "Let's go, Mets." Mike said it though. Nancy, the golfing joke for college kids doesn't work. They're on spring break and they're smashing drunk white girls all day. That's what they're doing. They don't have time to golf because they're putting their 9 in the backs of these young little ladies.
Oh yeah, Clancy. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Clancy stays pissing me off for crying out loud. 0 for 4. You're like Judge on opening day, Clancy. You struck out 4 times.
Yeah, but rules. Hell yeah, Clancy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're out. Addy, any closing thoughts?
No, thanks for having me. Everyone have a lovely Saturday, and see you soon. Hell yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Peace out, man.
Folks, we'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, with the Nick Shine Show. Again, 20 minutes from now, Rickie, New York Live. Show up, show some love. And for those of you in the chat, let's see if we can get a membership to one of you. I'm waiting for it to load right now. That's what she said. Thank you, Bobby. Come on, you can do it. Come on, YouTube. Stop scrolling. So annoying. Mine went to Ted. Look at that. If you put words in the chat I can't pronounce, you get gifted a membership. As always, folks, super chats, gifted memberships, make the show continue. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a great night. If you celebrate tomorrow, happy Palm Sunday. And that's just not for the single guys. That's actually religious based. Have a good night. Clancy.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in bumble.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.